So now we go over to the Golden Globe, and we're going to bring Michael Knowles on in a couple of minutes to talk about the Golden Globes and also this thing about Trump being crazy and he's not fit for office and all this. But I have to address the Golden Globes a little first, too, because what happened yesterday at the Golden Globes was a group of women who covered up for Harvey Weinstein, showed up dressed in black to demand that people stop covering up for people like Harvey Weinstein. And it was so the perpetrators showed up to protest the perpetration. You know, the criminals showed up to protest the criminality. And at the end of it all, the candidate for president, the Democrat candidate for president for 2020, Oprah Winfrey, stood up and made this rousing speech about how, you know, it's like watching her win an award today is like watching Sidney Poitier win an award 50 years ago. How, you know, being a woman being raped today in 1940 or whatever it was is exactly the same as it would be today. I mean, it's just like she talked about a woman who was raped in 1944 in Alabama, a black woman raped in Alabama in 1944, it's just like Hollywood today. And she says, at the conclusion of the speech, she says, I want all the girls watching here now to know that a new day is on the horizon. And when that new day finally dawns, it will be because a lot of magnificent women, many of whom are right here in this room tonight. Now, every word of that is nonsense. Every word of it is nonsense. Every single word of it is nonsense. Women are not oppressed in America. They're not oppressed at all in America. And if change comes, which is kind of doubtful in Hollywood, but if it does, it's not going to have anything to do with the women who are in that room. It's not because none of them did anything. They stood by and did nothing. Let's just hear just a little bit of Oprah's speech. And this is how you know she's running for president on a Democrat ticket, because listen to her speech. It's a Democrat platform. You get a car, vote for me. You get a car, you get a turkey in every pot, and, vote for me. Let's hear the real speech. Stop kidding around back there, Austin, and play the real speech.
The press is under siege these days, but we also know that it is the insatiable dedication to uncovering the absolute truth that keeps us from turning a blind eye to corruption and to injustice. To tyrants and victims and secrets and lies. I want to say that I value the press more than ever before as we try to navigate these complicated times, which brings me to this. What I know for sure is that speaking your truth is the most powerful tool we all have.
Speak your truth. And that is what the press is doing. It is speaking its truth. Unfortunately, not speaking the truth. See, the thing is, Donald Trump is, in some sense, himself a product of this culture. He is a product of the culture in which the narrative matters more than the facts. That's how he won the presidency. He didn't go out there like spewing, facts and figures and destroy Ted Cruz on the issues. He went out there and created an impression of strength. He created an impression of power. He created an impression of competence, and he won. The only thing that has been a surprise, it's been a surprise to me, is that he has actually delivered. He has shown strength, competence. He has actually done a lot of the things that I would have liked to have seen him do, that I never would have expected him to do. So now Trump, even though he is himself a product of this fake world and won on these fake terms, he has shown himself to be a competent guy. What is the press going to do with this? Oprah Winfrey, she's just an illusion so far. She's just an illusion. So the thing about, people say, well, Donald Trump is not Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan had class. That's true. But Reagan was created by a culture that had class. Trump was created by this culture. It's not his fault that we've sunk this low. Anyway, my point is simply this. The left, the news media, the entertainment media, which are now one thing, are living in an imaginary universe. In the real universe, things are going exceptionally well.